There's a trend I've noticed with the audience for art and music. This trend has been going on for a while, but it seems to be getting worse and worse, more pronounced. And basically, it has to do with appreciation versus recognition. So people can recognize things because they have something in their memory, they have an image, memory of it, verbal, visual, whatever. And so, in a way, the familiarity of recognition is kind of what people are after. So, what happens in the art world? Say something comes along like Picasso, no one's ever seen it before, or Andy Warhol. Uh, there's a there's a period of shock, and then adjustment, perhaps. Then it becomes recognizable and more, normal. Now, that's not to say that people necessarily appreciate it more. They simply became accustomed to it. Now, with art and music, and especially from my perspective as a creator, is when I do a song or a painting, recording where it's an arrangement with lyrics, melody, counterpoint, all these things, harmony. There's a tremendous amount of craft that goes into that. Now, the more of that you can see, and then the more you're going to appreciate what it is that you're taking in, um, no matter what kind of music it is. Now, what's happened with music? I'll get to art in a second here, but with music, to go back in time, not to be an old fart, but there was a time when there were just a few kinds. There was classical, big band, maybe pop, folk, religious, and basically that was probably about it. That's would be all the albums you would see. Well, then more music came along, rock came along, other things like disco, rap, stuff like that. And okay, fine, things evolve. But what happens is that what's happened today, you can go on a streaming platform, for example, and select a genre that you want. And it could be, thrash metal or this. I mean, the names, it goes hundreds, if not thousands, of these subgenres, right? Now, the thing about the subgenres is that when people stay in one place with what they're familiar with and they're taking it in, they're listening to it, are they getting something out of it? Are the lyrics speaking to them? Is the arrangement surprising them? Is there a melody that sticks with them that means something to them emotionally? All those things? Or are they just recognizing the overall texture or flavor of the genre that they've picked? That is what's happening. So people are not appreciating art. They're not appreciating the complex, really the riches of it that is in it, if they're there, right? Now, a lot of this cookie cutter music, for example, there's no content there at the middle anyway, at the core, because it's it's just industrially, mechanically created, usually with computers. And so anyway, with art, now to switch over to art, what's happening with at least the market that I'm in, which is fantasy and comics, is that things are becoming more pornographic. So it doesn't matter, how it was painted, how it was drawn, how skilled it is, what the composition is, what it says. None of that is important now. It's like, I recognize a character or I recognize tits and ass. And drawing sexual themes, I've done it, but I don't want to do it all the time. But there are, that's kind of what it's moving toward. You can see this on Facebook and on eBay. For example, the character Vampirella, there are sites that are basically pornographic, featuring a comic book character. Edgar Rice Burroughs, who wrote Tarzan and the Mars books, when he wrote the Mars books, he said that he did say that people were naked. They wore jewelry and armor and things like that. He basically said they were naked. Well, what are people doing? They're showing people in sexual positions. They're naked. Well, Burroughs said they were naked. And it's like, there's a big difference between saying someone's naked and showing someone naked. Big difference, like writing that, someone got killed because you're writing a novel, and killing someone. There's, a big difference. Not quite the same thing, but I'm being funny. So anyway, this is why I want to teach art, and I've got to find the time to create the content. I do take on students and coaching and portfolio reviews and things like that, but what I'd like to do is develop a curriculum basically that can be downloaded on a computer, worked with online, that is not just for artists, but also for people who are just interested in art and music and want to learn more about it. Because really, this thing of just going after a flavor or something because you recognize it, there's a reason psychologically why people do things like this. It has to do with their sense of identity and things like that. Now, that's a different psychological thing. But at any rate, if you don't have new experiences, if you're not open, vulnerable to new experiences, at least, in life as well, but art too, then you can't grow. You literally cannot develop without new experiences and basically opening yourself up, as I said, to be vulnerable to them. So anyway, this channel of mine, I was looking at it the other day, and got some likes, and this video's got 100, 200 maybe views, something like that. I never say please click, please like, please share, anything like that. Well, I'm going to say it this time because I don't know. I guess I've put a lot of effort and content into this channel over the years, and maybe more people could get something out of it if they knew about it. So please like, share, click, leave your comments. Thank you. Bye.